All right, we're moving on in our order to cash business workflow. We are now at the step here in planning to create the work order. In the previous steps, we created the bill of materials and the routing, which are required in order to be able to create the work order. So let's go ahead and do that. So in general, the work orders are managed in the production module, generally by a production planner. So we will go there and create our work order. So we can search for existing work orders to see if there are any out there for the item we're working with. There are not. So we'll create our new work order. And so it's asking you, who's the company? Who's the facility? Are you doing a production work order, rework, depot, or service work order? We're doing production. And now it asks you for the item number. Here's our item number we've been working with. I'll be the planner. How many do we want to build? If we remember from our sales order, we created a sales order for 500, which are due on the 1st of May. So I'm going to make this work order due the day before, so April 30th, for a quantity of 500. I'm going to go ahead and create that work order. So by default, this work order is in plan status. If I click the item number above, it takes us back to the item summary that we were mentioning early. So currently we have a demand order, the sales order, but we do not have any supply orders. And the reason the work order is not showing up here yet is it's still in plan status. So we're going to review the details before we release our order. So we know that this is for Henry Logistics and that the sales order number is this one. And we're going to add a .1 on the back of that, and that just tells the system it's line 1 of that sales order. So I'm going to go ahead and click save, and that linked it to the sales order. So we're good on that. Let's look at our material requirements. Now this came in from the bill of material we created, right? So we set the quantity per assembly on all these items. However, since we're building an order for 500, it's showing all the material requirements here. So I need 500 bodies, 1,000 batteries, 2,000 brake discs, and 2,000 headlights, and 1,500 toner hoppers. Okay, so that all looks good. And then the routing that we created, if you reviewed with us, so it brought in the standard routing, and then we added a special routing step at operation 21 as seen here. So that all looks good to go. Later down the line we can add labor to this work order if we choose to. We can record serial numbers as needed, and then notes and attachments are also available here. So I'm going to go ahead and click save, and then I'm going to release this order to make it available for the shop to start working with. And if I again click the item summary, you'll see that now this work order has shown up in the item summary screen, showing that I have a demand order for 500 on this sales order, and now I have a work order that's going to supply these items. So back to our work order screen. Generally, you have a work order traveler that travels with the work order as it's being done. So that's provided here. You could print this off, which enables the team to scan this work order through the process as needed, and then go from there. Now, any build instructions that you may have added to the routing will show up here as well. You see here our operation 21, which was confirm assembly of all BOM items. So your engineering team or whoever authors your build instructions can really expand on this routing and put in a lot of detail as needed. So that completes the creation and release of a production work order in BAP365.